Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Thursday, September the 13th, 2012, and here's today's After the Bell market summary. Let's go ahead and take a look to see how the indices closed here. The Dow Jones closed up 206.5, the Nasdaq closed up 41.5 points, and the S&P 500 closed up 23.5 points or so. And taking a look at the breadth, we had 4,860 stocks advancing, and we had 1,390 stocks declining. So breadth was definitely in favor of the bulls. And let's just go ahead and take a look at the charts here, starting off with the triple Qs. Triple Qs making new 52-week highs, making a high of 69.86. And if I got to bring my weekly and my monthly chart over here to the screen so you guys can see where we're at here. And we're coming into the 50% retracement of the tech bubble sell-off here, and that level is going to be around 70.5, which is $1 away. So keep an eye on the level. 70.5 is a 50% retracement. That's a key level that I will be watching for on the Qs going forward. Taking a look at the IWM making new 52-week highs, finally catching up with the SPY, and the Nasdaq there. All right, you can see this one's looking pretty good. We've been tracking this one ever since its downward channel break, and we had that nice little call out we had from the traction where there was no that nice little breakout action we got where there was no consolidation at all in this little prior zone until like back here in March. That was a good fuel of air. That was basically like a good air pocket right there that propelled the IWM higher. And there's a lot of stocks showing decent strength. These little small cap stocks are actually starting to show some strength now. So that's pretty good. Taking a look at the SPY daily chart here. SPY making new 52-week highs. All right, we hit a high of 147.04, and you can see here we did come into that key trend line area that I've been highlighting from as a possible target from back here from this prior action we had back here in March. This little channel right there, and you can see if we go inside this channel to the top of the channel up there, all right, the target on that is going to be around say 150.5, which could potentially be a target. Maybe not, obviously like tomorrow or early next week, but maybe sometime in the near time. In the short term here, we could be up there towards the 151 area. And as far as support goes, as long as we can hold above, I would say 145 or so, that would be pretty good on the SPY. All right, the 2008 January high on the SPY is around 147. So that's definitely a level that I'm watching, basically around this area right here, 147. If we break out 140, if we take out 147, we're looking at, we're really looking at 155 or so. So taking a look at the ES, all right, ES making a nice move above that key trend line that we were highlighting before from the right shoulder of the head and shoulders pattern breakdown. And once we took out that 1446.75 that we just took off here, next target on the ES is going to be up here around the 1475 area. All right, the 2008 highs from January on the ES is 1482.75. Keep that in mind. That's going to be another level to watch for the top side as a possible target. All right, a lot of stocks moving out. I mean, Apple's looking pretty good, making new all-time highs. Amazon, nice 3-day pullback and buy setup today, making new 52-week highs, all-time highs. Google had a little pause day today, nothing too crazy there. Pause day. I mean, well, sorry, I didn't mean to say pause day, but it had a nice update, but it's not making new 52-week highs, but it's still a strong stock that you should have on your A list if you trade Google. I don't trade Google. It's too expensive for me, but definitely something that looks pretty good. A sector that's looking pretty good right now as well is the agricultural stocks here. CF making new all-time highs. Definitely like this one right here. I really like Monsanto. Monsanto's looking good if it could get above 90 and for a breakout there. It looks pretty nice here. You can see it's been consolidating in the range between 88 and 90, a $2 range for the past 5 sessions here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6 sessions there. Keep an eye on that. Laggard in that sector is potash, but who knows? Maybe potash will start to get some buyers in there. Keep an eye on potash if it can start working its way above 43.75 or so. The banks continue to go higher. If you guys remember, I talked about the BKX in my channel analysis here, showing how we had that little consolidation. We had that nice little consolidation going on right here before we broke out. All right, and then we broke out here. And as long as we held above this little key area I had highlighted here, it was bullish. We did that, and now the BKX is not pulling back. Target on the BKX, looks to be around. I mean, wow, the BKX as the next target is around 50, 56. If you take a look at the weekly chart, we're really 50. I would say 52.5. So there's still some more upside in these banks, guys. Um, the semiconductor stocks. Let's take a look at the stocks. All right, SOX. Still holding above this 390 level here. So you have a nice little breakout, W pattern, breakout, consolidation. Watch the group. Watch the semiconductors. QCOM was showing some decent strength today. We actually traded this in the morning. It was a little bit choppy in the morning. The stock didn't want to break out. Obviously, the stock broke out after 12:30 with the Fed. But this one has a nice gap fill with a target up here towards 67. Definitely keep QCOM on watch. It looks like a nice little trade, possibly for a swing. All right, Intel. This stock's been the sour thumb in the whole group here. And if this thing could get its act together and get above this 23.75 level, we could get a nice little move to the top side here. And maybe this one was maybe once Intel starts showing some strength, these other semiconductor stocks will start, getting some traction. SNDK, another stock in the sector that looks pretty good. You can see this one has a gap fill all the way up here towards 49.50 area. Keep an eye on that stock. NTAP was another stock that's in the tech sector that looked pretty good yesterday. I'm tracking this one to see maybe get some upside there. STX looks like it was in play today as well. Keep an eye on this stock. The stock's coming all the way from a high of 36, and it's now back down here at 30. You take a look at the 60-minute chart. All right, had a nice little move up. Maybe look to see if it puts a little higher pivot low somewhere in this area right there. Not the best stock out there, but definitely a stock that you want to watch if you're looking for some stocks that could start making a move right back higher, working higher lows in. GLD, want to make sure I go over the gold. GLD breaking out. Next target on the GLD is up here towards 170.74. And the GLD had a nice move higher today as they announced that they're going to do the QE3 and keep interest rates low till like mid-2015, I believe they said. And so gold's breaking out. Take a look at gold futures. Next target on gold futures is around this 1800 level there. And I definitely think it'll be there sometime, maybe by the end of the next week. And those mining stocks are looking pretty good. GG. Nice breakout. NEM, you guys know we've been tracking NEM since we purchased those calls from last Friday. We don't have them now, which I mean would have been good if we still had them now. But we did make some money on them right here. But at the same time, we did give a nice initial entry point to our followers to get involved on Newmont Mining right here around when it was around $49 a share, and now it's at 55 half. So a lot of good stuff going on. And if you want to see some other good calls that we have, make sure you go to the chat room. My Wall Street TV to get access to that chat room. You want to go to wallstreettrading.com. Fill out the form on the right-hand side for your 14-day free trial. And, we have a good community in there and everything. Every day is a pretty interesting day for us over there. So look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. I'll be in the chat room bright and early at 8:30. And I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you.